Greetings and salutations. I am Bajongles, and if you enjoy my content, consider following me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bajongles1, where I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at noon Pacific Standard Time. You could also, if you'd be so kind, check out my Bluesky and Tumblr, both at BigBoyArt1, username Bajongles. Also, if you want to check my VODs out, consider liking and subscribing here on YouTube. It would be much appreciated. And with that, back to your regularly scheduled program. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? I'm doing fantastic. It's Art Fight, and I already have a character picked out for my very first one. It just started about 15 minutes ago, if I remember right, so we are fresh off the presses. I'm quite excited. I'm just double checking that I got everything. Ah, yes, I indeed and absolutely. Yeah, time to kill someone's art. And I have an amazing first one to do. I have an amazing first one. Also, hello, Gremlin. It's so good to see you. So I will go to art time. Here he is. Here he is. This is the first character I'm gonna be working on. And his full legal name is Gronkle A. Gronkle. And he is by Marcy Riot. Shout out to them. I found this little guy and I just instantly knew what I had to do. He's he's getting spammed and I'm sorry. Just immediately. I want this man in vines. But before I do so, let me get the music started. 27, and boom! There we go. Alright, how are things sounding? How are things coming in? Yeah, I know, here's the little guy. I also had the thought to just like crucify him with like uh, like a crown of thorns, like the whole shebang. So I could also do that. Either way, he's gonna be in a similar pose. Let me get that. There we go, and I can increase the size to that. Brianna, how are you? Spirit inside with light coming down from the heavens. Exactly. I mean, look at the light coming down from the heavens. There we go. I have the goal of doing like one art fight today. However, if I have time, I may do two. I have a large group of bookmarks I need to get through. Well, need to. I'm excited to get through. And this happens to be one of them. Unfortunately, this is a friendly fire. This person is on my team, but this is too good to pass up. Get the eyes in there. Actually, no, the eyes are a bit more distanced. have tears in the eyes, because of course. Man, I can't believe that Gronkle, a Gronkle, died for our sins. Bless you in the name of Gronkle, a Gronkle. Exactly. You know, you can make a religion out of this. See, and let's get the crown situated. There he is, Gronkle. Yeah, it's July. Happy Wrath Month. Time to be gay and angry. Yeah, no, it is July. In approximately 3 days now, since it's the 1st of July, there's gonna be so many explosions. Hooray for 4th of July and fire season. Go, Blaze America! You know. Also, I looked at the character permissions before doing this. Gore is allowed with this character, so, like, we're good. Rip those Idaho firefighters. Yeah, rest in peace, man. A domestic terrorist attack is not the way any firefighter should go. I mean, firefighters shouldn't die anyway, but, like, you know, their job is fighting fires, so you'd think, like, if they die, it would be from a fire. Rest in peace. Firefighters do the real work. Also, it is unsurprising that it's Idaho, though. Like, Idaho is sort of like the Nazi capital of the United States. Not many people know that, but, like, it's true. And, like, they ship in a lot of their, like, fascist groups over here and into Washington to cause trouble. Yeah, they're supposed to fight fire, not take fire, yeah. But seriously, though, like, rest in peace to those firefighters. God, one of my friends would not hate me for making this, but wouldn't be really enthused by this, because, they are a pretty devout Catholic, and I feel like doing something like this might not be the most, doctrinally correct. But, like, oh well. I'm not Catholic. But yeah, no, like, a lot of the, like,
terror attack type stuff that happens because of fascist groups, like here in Oregon and Washington, usually but not always, are from Idaho. And like it's not the Idahoans like fault as people, you know, it's just their government's awful. For the most part, they've been doing some good stuff too. But like that's more like the Boise like city government. And then have, of course, have the nails in his hands. And the communion bread is pale and stale flesh, and the communion wine is his bleached ass blood. True. Actually, no, I think his blood is vibrant red. That's what I believe. Alright, let's see. Now, I go to this side and I do that.
Splendid.
If it was vibrant red, he'd be pink. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Oh, you know what would be really cool, like, stylistically? Having the blood be gold. You know, sort of like the Albinorics in, not the Albinorics, but, like, multiple different people in Elden Ring. They're, like, really pale white, but then have gold blood. That'd be super cool. Actually, no. The Gronkel color is gone. Now it's back.
Splendid.
Yeah, no, his golden ichor is transmuted into communal apple juice. Exactly. You know, you get the communal appy juice because you're epic. Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't necessarily want to drink that then. My body couldn't handle it. That has too much, like, holy power in it. I'm but a man. Thing. The creature. I don't know. Oh, right. You know, I was raised that it was representational and not, like, literally, like, transubstantiation. Hard word to say. So, like, that's not necessarily what I'm familiar with. According to Catholic doctrine, it's not metaphorical. Ah, alright. Makes sense. Is a tiny bit wrong. I I I I get called back to the nether realms. Okay, so if his head is like that and his nose is like that, it should. Okay, so the nose is mostly right. I think this nostril is wrong. I did that on the wrong layer, but that's fine, because this is a sketch. I also did this sketch on the wrong layer. Now he's become one with Spamton. There we go, that looks a bit better. Yeah, I adjusted this one a little bit, and it looks a lot better. Okay, let's see. I actually kind of want to lower that one down a bit, just for stylistic reasons. And also to see if it works. And, yeah. I don't hate that. That was a good line, but also no. Because that was the wrong layer. Rest in peace, Gronkle A. Gronkle, who got crucified in a Waffle House parking lot. He truly died for our sins. There we go. Let me take a sippy of water. Because it's gonna be less hot than yesterday, but still it's gonna be pretty hot. To all my fellow Northern Hemisphere enjoyers out there, make sure you're taking care of yourself and that you're keeping yourself well hydrated. Alright, there we go. Splendid. Now I just have to continue the perspective. You see, this is what'll happen to you if you don't drink plenty of water. Here he is. Gronkle, a Gronkle. It was at Denny's parking lot. I will fight you and create a schism. Establish the Protestant Church of our Lord and Savior Gronkle a Gronkle by nailing a list of my sources on your nose with a rusty nail. God damn. Well, I guess we're gonna have to have a bunch of wars about it. I mean, the rip, I guess, but you know what? What can you do? Sometimes you just have to fight a centuries-long war. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just the good Gronkian thing to do. There we go. Get the thumb right. Now this is turning out really good, actually. Get more blood flowing down, because that's just how it works when you get stabbed in the side by a spear. You know what, Grumman? You know what? You know what? I'm gonna persecute. I'm gonna persecute you and all of your fellow Gronkistants. In the name of the Holy Gronklic Church. Look at you, you paper clown. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Take me to Klurch? I'm already there. There we go. Perfect. Do that, make sure that these are not exact, because this is wood we're talking about. Have that actually dip in a little bit. Have this. Splendid. Have like maybe two there. There we go. Wonderful. Maybe have this one go like that. Amazing. No nuts. 10 out of 10, in fact. I think if I have time today, after doing this one, I would like to. There are a couple of clown characters in my bookmarks. That would be pretty fun to do, if I do say so myself, and I am, because I'm the one talking. There we go. Make sure that it's not exact, but still looks good. And I believe it is. There we go. And then this foot will be more straight on. There we go. Is the legs are sort of crossing over each other like the statue. I think having really stark, like deep shadows could be really interesting, especially if it's tied with like a really bright light. Really bright light. My throat is killing me. You see, now that it's no longer Pride Month, my actions have consequences. You swap these, increase the size to, I don't know, like size 14. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but maybe I won't start there. I could also do a painterly sort of thing, where like there's not really any line art, but that I feel like that would take longer. I will obliterate Satan with the power of Grongle. Jesus is is no match for the power of our Lord and Savior Grongle, a Grongle. I get that correct. I do think the blood and such, like the blood and tears would look better if they were like lineless, I think. Like that would be cool. Or at least the line art being way more similar to the actual color. There's also a character of somebody else's that I'm very excited to draw for Art Fight. But I feel like that's gonna be my magnum opus, like big last thing for this event, this year, because it is complicated. It is a very complicated and cool and awesome character. It deserves the time and effort to draw it properly. Get you, me when I get you, me when. No, no, this is you when I get you, you when I get you. Did you know that elbows have a surprising role in your body mechanics of drawing? I mean, when I pay for your drop sub. Uh, true. You subbed for my sins. If he's still streaming by the time I end, I'm gonna go like check his stuff out because like he's good. I wonder if he's gonna be doing Art Fight or if he's just kind of like doing all the stuff he's been doing, which again is based. That. Ah, he's doing a critter stream. Oh, sick! It's been a while since I've caught one of those. Let's hope I'll be able to make it because I have class in the evening. If it's just like in the afternoon for me, then I can make it. All right, there we go. Make one that does this, then erase these bits so it's going behind this other one. Clean that up a bit. Huzzah! Ba-da-da-da-da. Thorns, really interesting to look at. A little tedious. It's gonna be worth it. No, I don't want to save just yet. I'll save once I just finish doing the line art. you. Actually, no, at that angle, I would just go into his head, causing blood, which is probably what happened. But I need something there, so let's do that. Something beautiful about thorns, though, is none of them have to be exact because they're plants, and plants are never exact. Do you shave or do your tentacle body not grow any body hair? Okay, so the body that I use to draw because tentacles are awkward when it comes to fine motor movement with a stylus, that does grow hair, and thus I have to shave. But no, my tentacles are not hairy. You reminded me, I should probably shave this thing later today, but I did it recent enough that it doesn't really matter. Ba-ba-da-dum. But you know, I actually started using shave butter recently, and let me tell you, it has done wonders for my face. Like it's cut down the amount of time it takes for me to shave, like significantly. And boy, let me tell you, shaving this is a bitch and a half when you're excited. Same brother, man, Sam. Uh, a bit of a peek behind the clown mask. I am incredibly nearsighted. My eyes are terrible. Okay, so the current prescription that I'm wearing, which are a bit outdated, says like 5520, but which is like, you'd think, oh, 20, that means like 20/20 vision. No, my eye is shaped wrong. Astigmatism for the win. I don't know what that means in strength, but my eyes are pretty bad. Thank you, Nightbot. But that is true, we do have a Discord. You're on it. Not only are you on it, you're in it. You're in the Discord pool. You're eating the golden apples. They were meant to distract the racers, but like, nah, you just eated them. I saw you do it too. Oh, there's one more thing. Like Columbo and like a toga walks up to you. I saw you do it. I'm gonna have to send you to the Columbo dimension. Right, get their thorns more taken care of. Ah, alright, fair enough. Is it just like a different scoring system? Damn, I'm looking at the scale, like negative 3.3 is pretty bad. Or is it good? I I apologize for trying to, not trying to, like, pausing for a bit. I'm trying to see if there's anything on my glasses that tell me the strength. And they don't, which is very unfortunate. Ah, okay. And also it's 5520. Which, not much difference, that's just like 5 extra feet, but still. Ah, hold on, let me see. So, 30 cm to inches. Let me swap. Okay, so inch to centimeter. For me, it's about 18 centimeters. Sorry, I had to do the calculations real quick. There we go, the eyes are now drawn. There we go. Amazing, he looks wonderful. You may not like it, but this is what peak male performance looks like. Is a Gronkle. Gronkle a Gronkle. Alright, you silly little thorn. How about I come at you at a different angle? Get you, me when I get you. Alright, there we go. Amazing. Ah. Ah, that's kind of rough. That's taken care of. I'm, I'm gonna leave these on the sketch, but I'm not gonna do them as line art because I think having the shading show the ribs, uh, kind of just is probably gonna look better. Ah, I see. But yeah, no, like, roughly 0.8 is rough. Like, negative 0.8. So, not as my eyes are not as silly goofy as yours, probably. With -5 or -5.5, I think. You can see the curvature of straight objects from the fisheye lens effect on them. Ah, I have I have that if I look at things at the right angle with my right lens. But otherwise, like it's not that bad. He died for our sins. I need to redo this finger. I have to, I have to remake the kid named Finger. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Gonna give some cake. Actually, no, cake doesn't slope like that. It goes like that, and then there we go. Remember the scars from his operation? Oh yeah, I mean there is Jesus like, hey guys, check out my top surgery scars, dude. The tits are gone. I I mean yeah. I mean yeah, but that's because we just stand trans mask people in general, including prophets. We don't judge based on your profit status. Unless you're a nonprofit. I a lot of nonprofits do pretty good work. A lot of them are how do you say uh tax exemption schemes. So they do need to be looked at with some scrutiny and need to be judged, from case to case. So you are truing. You're not non-profit. You see, that's part of why I like certain words in English. because they sound the same, but they're spelled different and mean different things. So you can make like awesome stupid puns like that. Just a non-profit. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Amazon is a profit organization. I I don't think they have a single profit, dude. Something needs to be done about this. Yeah, get that so it's smooth. Blow that bitch Cindy head smooth off. All right, yeah, thank you for stopping by. Take care of work. Make sure to keep your tires at a proper air pressure so that they neither go flabby nor pop. There we go. You know, again, I think if I keep going at this pace, I can probably like at least start another one. Get you situated. Yeah, splendid. I can feel, I can feel it, the line art. I can feel the line art calling to me. Sorry for the silence. I'm trying to get this cross to look right.
I think I've gotten it.
I believe I have it. Huzzah.
Alright, there we go, marvelous. Now I'm going to save it. Create a document.
Chronicle A Chronicle Art Fight.
I guess I'm gonna say art fight first, just so that I can sort them. There we go. Save. Marvelous. Merge that with layer below.
I'm going on. I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm sinking.
I think that's a bit too big. What if I did that size? A bit too small. What about you? You are just right. Bronco shading. Wrong one. It's Gronko time. Oh, I realized I forgot some line art. Oh well. Let me go to size 14. Go to U. There we go. Fixed.
This music is so good. I'm happy it exists. Artists making cool stuff makes me happy, which is why I'm an artist that makes cool stuff. I'd say what I'm making now is pretty cool. Now I know exactly how far we are. And I will say, that's pretty far. You know, putting your faith in Gronkle, that'll get you far in life. He believes in you, so you should believe in yourself. There we go. Almost. I just wanted my cheese. I should watch more Smiling Friends. I wonder if there's a new season coming out. I should probably check that. Alright, it's Gronkle time. If I do this, start with you. Alright, you're looking pretty good. I can actually do some shading here, too. Yeah, that looks nice. I think just generally it's a lot easier if I just go, yeah, all the spikes have uniform shading because they're so small. Or not entirely uniform, but like uniform with their neighbors, I think would be good. Because I am not shading a 5 pixel square. That just seems like a lot of work. Whereas these spikes are not shaded in nearly the same way. Wrong color. These ones still are because they're on the side. You know, that one looks wrong to me when it's like that, so I'm just going to... There we go. Alright. Okay, that actually doesn't look too bad now, does it? I think that looks pretty good. There we go. Alright. give me that beautiful stark lighting. Hell yeah. Here we are. He died for our for our grins, our gronkle sins. Did you know gaming? Did you know that Gronkle died on, or was born on the summer solstice and died on Halloween? Yeah, yeah, it's true. They don't want you to know this, but it's true. That did happen. Oh, yeah, I saw. I saw. They struck out a lot of stuff, though. So, like, public lands are safe for now. But, a bunch of people who are on Medicare are no more protected by Medicare. And it is going to disproportionately affect, like, Republican-run states, too. Which is, like, the cruelest twist of the ironic knife. Because, like, there's a lot of people in those states that did not want this. They didn't want any of this, and now they have to suffer. Yeah. Just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. We can't have nice things. Not in this country. You want nice things? That's communism. How's this going to be situated? So there's definitely going to be Shadow. All hail Shadow. All hail Shadow. Yeah, something like that. And in the recesses a little bit, uh, show like the shading of the grain. Because I think that's cool and interesting, and I like that. Plenty of shadow from the head. Just a lot of shadow. Like maybe that much shadow. Or a little bit more. There we go. God, did you see the like establishment Democrats were like, yeah, you know what? What's working so well? Project 2025. What should we do? Um, make a Project 2029. And they're like, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? That's genius. Hmm. You are truly knowledgeable beyond your years. Project 2029 it is. There we go. Get that. Splendid. They let the amendment that lets billionaires hunt poor people for sport in your streets pass. True. I can't believe they let that happen. I thought they were supposed to protect the people. Oh no. Okay. Again, I believe in Big Shadow. You see, one of my main campaign donors is Big Nose, much like Big Oil or Big Pharma. It's Big Nose. Here we go. Oh my God! They voted for the lepers eating faces party, and they knew that they were gonna eat the face because we kept telling them that the leopards were gonna eat the faces, and then they did anyway because they actually just kind of don't care. And what's the better case scenario? The Democrats? Rip. Like it really does feel like every like main election cycle that it's evil kills you and evil lets you die are the two options. That is not what I like. I don't like that. I want people to be happy and healthy and live fulfilling lives because I'm a decent human being. And while I'm like, yeah, I'm a decent human being, just because I like a lot of good stuff and want good things to happen to people, doesn't automatically make me a good person. And I think people forget that. Like, not about me specifically, but like, just in general. Just because some people have good opinions doesn't mean that they're automatically a good person. Okay, you. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good as far as shading goes. get you, turn you into, I don't know, 35? Da 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 da. Lamp or rope bombs, Link, it's yours, my friend. That's what I'd say if we meet again. Long and face, rope bomb. Sorry I'm quiet. I'm trying to focus on the shading and making this boy beautiful. Bronco died and woke up days later. Ah, splendid. I wonder what kind of gradient map I should add to this once I get to that point. Oh, by the way, in regards to something I said earlier about how just because somebody has good opinions doesn't automatically make them a good person, uh, I want to specify by saying I am a democratic socialist. I believe that we should democratize the workplace and a bunch of other stuff that people just generally need to survive. Where the fuck did that pen go? There it is. Let me get a better color. I believe in taxes going to things like universal basic income and universal health care. I believe that people should generally be taken care of by their government. I think that monopolies are actually the only cardinal sin. That's false, but you know what I mean. And I have a deep appreciation and passion for human creativity and development as a species. And all that being said, that doesn't automatically make me a good person. And so if you're like, watching somebody and you go, "Oh my God, I love them. They're so cool. They agree with me." Uh, still be careful. Okay, there we go. Blending going. Splendid. Or blended, if you will. And if you're under like democratic socialist, that sounds very familiar. Then you'd be correct. Because that's the same label that Bernie Sanders and Zorn Mamdani used for themselves. There we go. The shading's coming along very nicely, I believe. Oh yeah, and I also believe in tax paid free on your free on your and uh universal child care as well. I believe that parents shouldn't have to fork over a bunch of money just to have their children be in a place where they can be taken care of while they work. And that being said, with universal basic income, and all of these things uh libraries and the postal office and all that sort of stuff. Who's to say people won't be able to more often just be able to stay home and take care of children? Who knows? I'm not an expert, I just have beliefs. I just bore witness to something beautiful. I just saw on Steam that Dicey is playing Castle Crashers. Today is a splendid day. I mean, today has already been a splendid day, but you know what I mean. Splendid day. A new person is playing Castle Crashers. Huzzah! Castle Crashers is winning. You know what I could do that would be very funny? If I just left him uncolored and went, alright, so I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna do all the colored stuff. And I'm just gonna have a gradient map. Guess who's back? Back again. Tigre's back. Hello, friend. Hi, how's it going? I'm working on Art Fight, as you could probably tell. I'm working on somebody's character named Gronkle a Gronkle, and I'm crucifying him. He has died for our sins. Indeed, this is the source material. Also, I put Spampton here because the original idea was because his name is Gronkle a Gronkle, and that reminds me of Spampton G. Spampton. That I was gonna have him be crucified with vines like Spampton, but then I realized it's a lot funnier to just crucify him. Ah, Brianna, how are you doing? Things going good. Happy Wrath Month. You know, last month was Pride Month. Now it's Wrath Month, and now we're just sort of cycling through all the deadly sins. What's the most viewers I've had at once? Ooh, at one time? Probably like 10. Actually, no, I think once it got to like as high as 12 at one time.
Those are pretty good numbers. Why do you ask?
Let me dink my oiter. There we go. I just heard once it got to. Oh, okay. 12. It got to 12 at once at one point. And I think that was my highest. Why do you ask? Are things working now? By the way, in terms of stream smooth. But yeah, no, why do you ask? 12 is a pretty good amount of views, I think, like at once. I can more and more consistently pull like 5, like not 5, like, you know, viewers at once throughout the entire stream, but like during my streams, I can consistently get 5 people to click on it at one time and then look at it. Just curious. All right. I see people in a similar like situation as I am in terms of streaming, and like they get upset that they aren't seen by that many people, and it's like, dude, right now, right now, like 3 people, including yourself, have decided that I'm cool enough to watch. That's awesome. I know what 12 people I want to spare in the zombie apocalypse. All right. Fair enough. Although, did you know? According to 28 Years Later, that one movie, uh, the apocalypse is going to be centered entirely in the UK, just the entire British Isles. Because I guess like it's not limited to just like the UK. I think Ireland is also getting fucked up by the zombies. He died for our sins. Who, Jesus? No. Gronkle. Hell yeah, I get the first kills. I see. That's pretty pog. The zombies in 28 Years Later seem to be more like rabies. So, like, you'll just have this big, bulky dude running at you naked, dick flopping out as he's running. That is a real thing that happens in the movie. And it's just like, yeah, he's a zombie because it's the virus. But still, like, he's still alive. He's just incredibly rabid. Ubisoft be like, rabid. Say that again? This is looking pretty good so far. Splendid. Man, this is what happens when you're just a little bit too silly. Rest in peace, Gronkle. You died for our silly. Go. I've noticed that I've started like getting faster as an artist, which is very good because the last couple of years I only did a couple of these for Art Fight, and I want to crank up those numbers because I just want to participate even more. It's very fun, and I highly recommend Art Fight. Berkeley walks away sadly because he thought he heard Smart Fight instead of Art Fight. Turns out he was wrong. You splendid, marvelous. Whap 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 da 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 da. Whap 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 da 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 da. My name's the Titan. Titan. I made the darkness. Darkness. It was difficult to put the pieces together. Now I can't do anything but sing the stupid song. I am the Titan, Titan, Titan. Alright, that is splendid. Let's see. How big do I need this? I need this a lot bigger, actually. So 64. Yeah, bigger. Yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, baby, that's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. That dog was so excited and did not know anything that was going on. According to my calculations, the time for you is 1:51. It is 1:52. You're pretty correct. In the afternoon, indeed. For you, it must be about like 9 or 10. If you're like 8 hours ahead, that's 1 to 9, and then 50 would make it about 9:52. Alright. Hog, my mental math is still secure. It's still secure in an undisclosed location. No, I can't do anything but sing this stupid song. My name is Edwin. 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 There we go. Now I can make sure to crop it. There we go. Now I can't do anything but sing this stupid song. My name is Edwin. Edwin. I think doing something like this might be kind of interesting. Get you, me when I get you. Time works in very silly, goofy ways. It turns out it is not a constant. Turns out depending on the speed and the latitude on Earth that you're in and like all that, time just kind of moves differently. Time breathes. Just sort of an interesting thing to think about. Time breathing. There we go, we have that, and I believe we also can have this, and it is beautiful. You lower the size down, I don't know, like 64, because I can work on this a bit more later. Or actually, no, I'll just do this one, and then I can minimize that for a very important purpose. A very important porpoise, even, if you are so inclined, which I am. This is kind of an interesting idea that I'm doing right now. It'll need some work, but like I have a feeling that it would be cool to have the ridges be bright like that. You know what? You know what? I'm vibing. I'm vibing with this. This is magnificent. My name is Edwin. Edwin. My name is Steve. Steve. Flint and Steel. My name is Steve. I made the nether portal. It was difficult to put the blocks together. I'm vibing to a blob getting crucified. Yeah, this is vibey as hell. He's a little smiling friends creature. Bronco is being crucified and you're laughing. I need to undo this because this was before I decided. There we go. Don't forget to alpha log. Oh, that's what I say to my pet alpha bro gamer. Is don't forget to alpha log. Splendid. Let's get you. Actually, I think 35 might have been a good size for this, really. Do you hear the background music or is it just chat? Oh no, I'm hearing this too. Because I'm putting the audio through my media player, like from my media player through OBS so that it's on stream, which means I also hear it. It's just I hear it at a different volume than you guys. So how's the volume for it? Alright, that is wonderful to hear. But I'll bump. I know it'd actually be better if I just like. Yeah, what if I just did this instead? Added you. get you in a certain kind of gray mood, like so. Not like that kind of gray mood. Actually, there we go. Oh, I accidentally undid that shading. That's funny. That's, yeah, that's silly. Alright. Thinking about things and stuff. I actually think that might be a bit too bright. I need something a little more, yeah, not yellow. I need something a little more mellow to have. See, I really like this look, and I'm not sure why. It's very nice. It's very simple, too. Like, it's not supposed to be super complex. He died for our shins. Oh my god. Oh my grunk. Sorry if you hear popping in my audio. I was just popping my back. That felt pretty good. Okay, I just found out what the temperature is. It's actually a lot lower than it was yesterday. For us, that's good. By a bit lower, I mean at least by 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Hmm. Do Americans have scones with gravy? Okay, so we have biscuits and gravy, which our biscuits are more like your scones, but not quite because they come from adapting ship's biscuits, which are hardtack. You know, really hard bread that you have to break up with like a hammer or a heavy object, put into stew so that it recauses, that sort of thing. I mean, yeah, I just explained why we call them biscuits is because they come from ship's biscuits, which let me show you what they look like. Real quick. Ship's biscuits. So, for a context, let me open image a new tab. These, if I can scroll down enough, so there's no layer. These are ship's biscuits. These were a standard ration for sailors and people on board ships because they would survive for a long time. They're also called hardtack because they're hard as rock, basically. And they are the reason that we call our biscuits biscuits. I was just looking up biscuits for reference. They said, "Oh yeah, sweet dish. That's a bull-faced lie." Let me find a good image, a good scrumptious image. We often split them in half so they're not as like thick. Uh, let's see. Open image, new tab. Grab a U. Wrong window. Correct window. Okay, and so this is what an American biscuit looks like when you split it in half and you cover it in what looks like some sort of sausage gravy with like bacon and egg. You know, a very normal, basic American breakfast. And I guess they function like the same as scones in that case, or they could be a sweet or savory sort of thing. It's just ours are really fluffy. We took the hardtack like chips biscuits and we added stuff like butter and milk. Brits have them with jam and jelly. We love our biscuits with like some jam or jelly or maybe some compote or like some sort of marmalade, you know, that sort of thing, and like some melty butter, so that like the butter and the jam mixes together and like seeps into the biscuit. So good. Let's see, I can actually increase the size of these a lot and then like feather them down sort of into the rest of this so that there's like a sharp line here, but not so much here, I think. Okay, so there's 256, 5, 40. Hold on, 256 times 2. 512, I was close. No, I think 256 is fine, actually. Yeah. Albana, were you here when I talked about my chicken fried steak history lesson? Uh, that happens to be one of my favorite breakfast foods, by the way. Because I saw how to make like how to make a chicken fried steak as it's called here, and I was like, huh, that's awfully similar to how you make a Wiener Schnitzel. And the reason for that is because German immigrants came over, went into Texas, and brought their Wiener Schnitzel. And then it was adapted. Hands down, one of the best breakfast foods. Have it with gravy, some hash browns. Have like a runny egg on top of the hash browns so that the like the egg yolk and such like seeps into that shredded potato. So good. Let's see. I think in this case 70 might be a good size for just like feathering this in. Since now it's thicker. Also, probably the worst food to be given to us here in America is coleslaw. How could the Germans do this to us? Coleslaw is a mistake. I mean, they what they brought over would be turned into hamburgers, so I guess it's like evens the score a bit. Oh yeah, they also brought their schnitzel. I guess they're still in the positive. Yeah, this reminds me of a history thing I said last stream, if I remember right. Yeah, is that like a no, I didn't say it last stream. I said it on call on Monday because on on the Discord every Monday is like multiplayer Mondays where we do game stuff. And I talked about how the reason we call football, what you call football soccer is because it's short for society football. The sock is from society. Because it was, the football society variety of football. And why we call American football football is because it originated from rugby football, which was then like the rugby was dropped and then it just became football. So there are reasons why we have the names we do. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can find a good gradient map. That was the wrong button. Let's see, filter mask, gradient map, choose gradient preset. What if I did you? Oh, that's good. Oh, what do you think of that gradient map? I think I like it. Yeah, no, that's sick. And then with you, I will do the same, but with a different one. Being this one, I think. Ah, no. I'll do that. I'll take care of that. Uh, once I get everything in the foreground taken care of. Okay, remove overlay. Oh, that's not too bad either. I just did the overlay with this and it that didn't look too bad. But that's not what I'm going for, so I'm just gonna normal. And what this does is it gives me a blank slate to do all the coloring. There we go. Now if I overlay, looks like nothing has changed. However, that. I need to shrink it by a lot. What about 24? No, I need it to be bigger. 32. Do you know where I can see all of your past streams? Oh yeah, I have a YouTube where I post the VODs. I edit them a little bit. I can post a link to it in the chat if you want. Let's see. View my channel. Copy. There we go. That is where I post my VODs a week after the streams happen. I actually have there's actually a new one that just came out today. Let me refresh my stuff so that it shows. I also have them all in a fun, neat little like playlist for like season 0. VOD stands for Video on Demand. That is that's just what people call the recordings of streams as a VOD. Oh, I realized I forgot to do that. Oh well, that's fine. Ah, splendid. Actually, want you above this so that I can do a funny. And by a funny, I mean color in where all the blood is. There we go, the coloring is coming along smoothly. There we are. I really like how putting this blue overlay layer like on top of it is coming out. This is very nice. I hope the person whose character this is ends up liking it. go. Splendid. Let's see a good color for that. That's a very rich, warm brown. It'll look very red in the light. That's exactly what I'm looking for. You know what? The thorns can be that too until I change it. Bronco is being crucified for your silly. Alright, there we go. Get this, get that. Draw this. Me eat or give me you. Draw these beautiful, beautiful spines. Ah, da, 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 da. I actually really like this. I found the video where I first watched you. Oh, lovely. Which stream was that? I like what was I doing during that stream? I forget. I get this and these. Oh, when you got to Martlet and Undertale Yellow, right? That was a fun stream. I mean, I say that about a lot of streams, but like that was fun. I like Undertale Yellow. I might eventually get back to doing the other routes, but like for now I'm moving on to like as you can see with the Far Cry 5 stuff, moving on to other things for a bit. I'm I'm sure that was more than 2 months ago. Time sure does fly, huh? Actually, it was more than 2 months ago, probably, because it was 2 months in a week. Because again, I post them like a week they after the stream when I can manage. Because I do have to do like 3 VODs a week. Get you me when I get you wrong color. It was actually that. Ah, I see. Amazing. Amazing, beautiful, no notes. No notes, but a lot of no's. If I do this, and then get to like, I don't know. Again, 32. Activate you. Yeah, so that I can just sort of focus on getting the colors down. Let's see, get you. He's bleeding gold because he is more than just a gronkle. There we go. And then have this and have it sort of bleeding like that. But it kind of does make sense that it was about 2 months ago because I only started streaming like at the beginning of this year, and it's been like 6 months now. So if you really think about it, you've been watching me for about a third of the time that I've been doing this. That's a fairly long time. Alright, there we go. That's pretty good, pretty good. It was 2 months and 28 days ago. Ah! So about 3 months. Thank you, Nightbot. I appreciate you. How do you look now that this is in play and I remove that? Oh wow. That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. Have that merged together. Three months makes more sense. Indeed, it does. I mean, a lot has happened. We've drawn a lot. We've made a lot of progress on stuff. I've improved a lot. In that time, you got yourself a partner. A lot can happen in 3 months. Okay, I'm gonna need to redo that stroke, but that's fine. God, that reminds me. I keep thinking about the line of if you're smelling burnt toast, you may be having a stroke. A stroke of luck, that is. Free toast. And it's so dumb, but like in the best way. Suddenly, just having this be the right color makes it look a lot more like wood. Weird how that works. Alright, I'm going to increase the size. There we go, so that it takes less time to do this. There we go. I can't wait to look back on this art piece and go, I can do that better. Because that'll mean that I will have improved. Improvement's what I'm looking for. Yeah, there he is. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that just in case. I'm gonna make this... How about that? Because I want it to be like sandier and rockier. 256. There we go. He's bald. Yeah, no, he has no hair. He's a little homunculus goober. Bald, bald, like SpongeBob the 2004 movie. Just my eyes. Yay, source material, splendid. Okay, what would happen? Dude, what would happen? Let's see, what if I made that like so? Made that more like this. And then... yeah, I believe that's feasible. Okay, so I'm going to... I think that's a good starting off point for that. Then I can do watercolor fringe. And then do clouds. And have the clouds get... clowns. Yeah, I have a bunch of clowns in the sky. No, a bunch of clouds in the sky, and they become warmer and warmer toned. Until, like, they're in the top right corner to show, like, that's where the light is coming from, and then I can do those funny god rays. You know, the beams of light. I need them bigger. There you go, make sure to blend properly. I think this is as good a color as any to have the warm tone clouds be, and then I can just sort of like mix the two. Now we're thinking with portals. Man, this is a fucking Renaissance painting, if I've ever seen one. This has no right to be as good as it is. Like, legit, this has no right to be this good. So, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you decide to create an absolute banger. And I think today is one of those days. I can actually go more. 128. There we go. Hell yeah. Amazing. It's just weird because it's a blob getting crucified. Yeah, no, exactly. It's peak. Listen, this is what happens when you let me get my grubby little hands on a shitpost. I'll end up creating like a Renaissance painting out of it. Dude, what if I made like darker parts of it and went, yeah. This little homunculus is no more. He's being crucified. I'm going insane. And I say that positively. I'm going insane. Positive. 64. There we go. And if I do this, and then I move on to this layer, I said this layer, it allows me to do something funny. Let me make that like 42 or something. Okay, so this like legitimately does feel like a religious art piece, and that's really funny. I mean, I guess that's part of like that's part of the joke I'm going for, but still, that's incredibly funny. Get that, this. Amazing? No, no. So let me just grab my blend. Shrink it down to like 30. And blending these lines like this really like ties it all together. God, this is gonna get me so many art fight points. This is gonna be awesome. O- Only 75% of what I could if this wasn't a friendly fire. Because this is for somebody on my own art fight team. That being said, does that really matter? What does matter is I realized that I forgot a very important bit of blood here. Yeah, there we go. This reminds me because this is like golden blood. Did you know that the actual like absolute color of gold is red? And that like during the Middle Ages, a lot like how they get really fancy red stained glass would be to dye it in a solution of like deconstructed gold. Da 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 will do. Da 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 da. Ha da 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 will do. Okay, I need you to just kind of be a normal layer, please. There we go. That is not the right brush for that, but I do have a good brush for it. If I can find it. Let's see. It is in DVAD, much like my blending brush and the brush I have now, which is a fun little add-on. I believe you work. 70's fine. Not quite the right brush, but we're getting there. What kind of shape do you give? Oh, you're interesting. What about you? I think I'm leaving now. Goodbye and good night. Alright, thank you so much for popping by. I solved my problem. This brush has solved my problem. With this specific piece and this specific situation. So it's not like a brush pack is gonna instantly solve all your problems. splendid, amazing. Literally like not literally 10 out of 10, but like good. Okay, let me get to like I don't know, size 14. Let this be on layer. That's not how I want that to look. I'm trying out a thing where I put my like watermark in a funny spot. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't like that much, so I'm gonna undo that. I think. Let's see if I can do. There we go. File, save as. I'm also gonna save this, okay, to my art fight folder. JPEG, I think. There we go. I think that this is a pretty good piece to end off on. It is like about almost 3 p.m. for me. And I do have stuff I need to do. So that being said, I will go to just chatting now. I'll say I've been Bajongles. You can find me over here on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, noon Pacific Standard Time. I would much appreciate a follow. Speaking of follow, you can follow me over on my Bluesky and Tumblr at BigBoyArt1, username Bajongles, where I post stuff and do things. Uh, you can also check out my YouTube. It's at VOD Jongles, because I post my VODs there a week after they happen. And with that, it has been a wonderful, wonderful day. On Thursday, I will once again be doing concept art. And on Sunday, we'll be seeing if Far Cry 5 servers are up. And that being said, I will catch you all on the flip-flop. Bye-bye!